But yeah, that's crazy. Okay. New York Post. Make sure I'm sharing. It says daily flooding in Africa leaves corpses of crocodile snakes floating among human bodies. By Oliver Land 1 day ago. It says a wave of daily flooding in West and Central Africa left the remains of crocodiles and snakes floating among human bodies. The torrential rains have killed more than 1,000 people and displaced hundreds of thousands more across the region this year, with Chad, Nigeria, Mali, and Niger being especially impacted. Over 4 million people in West Africa have been affected by flooding this year, a threefold increase from 2023, according to the United Nations. So far, at least 230 people have been found dead in Nigeria, 265 in Niger, 487 in Chad, and 55 in Mali, which experienced its most catastrophic flooding since the 1960s. One of the hardest hit cities in Maiduguri, the capital of Nigerian state of Borno. Resident Sela Bukar, 28, said he was woken up last week around midnight to the sound of his neighbors yelling, "Water is flooding everywhere." They were shouting, "Everybody come out, everybody come out." Some elderly people and those with disabilities was left behind, he said. Those who did not wake up in time drowned immediately. State of emergency. Wait, it says Ashatu Baagana, mom of three, had to abandon her new baby as she was overwhelmed by the water surging over her house. Dang, she abandoned her child, bro. Like, how many people would do that? Like, I don't know, man. I have to figure out a way to make it with my baby. Like, I can't leave my baby. Like, I don't know. Was the baby in another room and she couldn't get to him? I don't know. It says I yelled for my family to help me get my child, but I don't know if they were able to. I haven't seen any of them since, she said. Dang. She hasn't seen the baby. She hasn't seen the family members. It says at the end of this week, 15% of Maiduguri remain underwater, according to local authorities, and the forecast predicted more rains across the area. The floods displaced at least 600,000 people in Boro, while at least 100 were killed and 58 injured, the UN reported. Flooding also killed about 80% of the animals at the Borno State Museum Park, and several reptiles escaped. Some damn reptiles escaped from the damn park during the damn flood. Like, I see some random ass stuff coming down the way. The city's main prison was so badly damaged that hundreds of inmates escaped, while the waters tore down the walls of the local police station and some government posts. Dang, so the animals escaped from the zoo, the prisoners escaped from the prison, the police building got tore up. Important infrastructure, including 2 dikes of a dam along Lake Alu, were also swept away. When the dam failed, 540 billion liters of water flooded the city. Key bridges collapsed and turned Maiduguri into a temporary river. So that's what happened, right? So with the people up in the house and then the water just coming, that would happen so fast that you wouldn't be able to do anything. Like, even if you could swim, you can't handle that. 540 billion liters of water just coming in, like, suddenly. You're screwed. It's like a tsunami. It says, as recovery efforts continued over 1 week later, Governor Babagana Zulum begged for international assistance. Our resources are stretched to the limit and we cannot do this alone, he said. Bukar goes back to his home every day to see if the water has receded from his home. He is currently living at a local school, which is now sheltering 5,000 people. I'm volunteering to help, but I am also a victim, he said. Our people need us. They need help. In Niger, the floods impacted over 841,000 people, with over 400 people displaced. One mother, 50-year-old Haria Adamu, said the floods destroyed her mud hut in the northern city of Agadez. The rooms are destroyed, the walls are The walls fell down, she explained. It's a big risk to live in a hut, but we don't have the means to build concrete ones. Adamo, who was widowed 4 years ago, is now living with her 6 children in a temporary shelter next to their former hut. They have not received any aid from the state and are not able to relocate, she noted. I understand there was a change in the weather, she said. I've never seen a big rain like this year here in Agadez. Experts warn that the torrential rains and other extreme meteorological events could become the new normal as part of the African continent. Africa is responsible for only a small portion of greenhouse gas emissions, but is one of the regions that is most vulnerable to extreme weather events, according to the World Meteorological Organization. In sub-Saharan Africa, the cost of adapting to extreme weather is estimated between 30 and 50 billion per year over the next decade. The WMO reports indicate up to 118 million Africans could be impacted by extreme weather by 2030, it added. Okay. Pretty sad. So corpses, crocodiles. That's crazy. It's snakes, crocodiles. Like, can't they swim? Like, aren't they good at being underwater? Like, bro, like a flood kills crocodiles and snakes? I never heard of no shit like that. Maybe they were alive. Maybe that's not what they're saying. It says deadly flooding in Africa leaves corpses of crocodiles. So it says corpses of crocodiles. Snakes floating among human bodies. How the hell did the flood kill the crocodiles? Damn. That's pretty damn intense. If damn flood kills crocodiles, like they live in the ocean, like help me understand. Help me understand. That's what caught my eye though. Anyways, I saw that headline and I was like, crocodiles after a flood, corpses of crocodiles. What kind of flood kills crocodiles? How does a flood kill a crocodile? Help me understand.